Hi everyone, it's Sarah. So there's a few things I wanted to get covered today, especially before things get too busy around here for finals. First off, I just wanted to tell everyone that I will not be posting the next chapter's trial. I'm gonna be mean. I'm not gonna post it until I get 200 subscribers. I don't know, it's just, I'm being lazy. So when I get 200 subscribers, I'll post the next trial for Danganronpa 2. And which shouldn't be hard, by the way, or long, excuse me, because I'm up to like 180 something now, so it won't be long, so don't worry about it. So if you have a playthrough, or if you want to record a playthrough for me, since I don't have my Vita or anything like that with me, I will obviously credit you and whatnot, and then I can translate it for you guys. That's for the next chapter's playthrough. If the live text tube doesn't do it, I don't know. That version's going to do it. Anyway, on to the next part. Disney. Hey, okay, so it's, I applied for the Disney College program February 6th, so it's been 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks since today, since my phone interview. I had mine on the 10th, yeah, whatever, it was Monday. So it went great. And this video is going to be also about some tips for your phone interview and a few things about auditions before I even go down to my audition. So I'll make another video about how my audition went and blah 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 blah. March 6th is when I leave March 5th at night, and then I'm coming back sometime on March 9th, Sunday. So yeah, I'm going to spend a few days in Disneyland while I get my auditions done. If you're going to the auditions for March 6th, that's when I'm going. That's in Orlando, Florida. 9 a.m. See you there. It's gonna be super fun, and I'm really excited. And oh yeah, I didn't say what auditions. These are the character lookalike auditions and performing auditions and whatnot. So yeah, the Disney World, or excuse me, the Orlando audition is only for Disney DCP only. So if you're part-time or full-time, you have to go somewhere else. I'll put the link in the description about the audition page and whatnot, and what it has on it, and when you can go and find a city near you. So yeah. About the phone interview. Don't worry about it. It's like the easiest interview you'll probably have in your life. Even though I prefer seeing the person like face to face, you know, when I'm talking to them. I liked it. It was not bad. Mine. Her name was Tiffany. That's who I had. She was really, really nice. Mine was at 7:15 p.m. So she obviously had a long day and try to make it as nice and not so hard on her. So yeah, I did just that, and I made her laugh like 5 times. And so I'm gonna tell you about some of the questions that I got. I'm gonna write them down afterwards. And I provided a little bit of extra information about myself already on a Word document. I was reading this Word document while she was asking me things, and just in case, like, things you should bring up about yourself, like good things, you know, like things you're good at that makes you unique and different from everyone else. I brought 2 things up, I think, because other than that, she actually asked me. My throat is really croaky today, so sorry if I sound in. Yeah. Oh, well, the obvious one is why choose DCP, Disney? So that's your own personal answer, so I can't help you with that. Sorry, I have no idea why you're doing the DCP. She asked me with some 2 positive qualities about myself, and then 2 or 8, and then she asked if I had any negative qualities. I told her, I can't remember what I said for negative qualities. I think I told her the negative qualities that I have aren't really applicable to the program. I can't remember. Whatever I said sounded good to her. She wanted to know also, like, what can you offer the company, and like what your major has to do with it. So my major is visual effects, so I just basically told her, like, business-wise, stuff like that. Since, like, if you're a performing arts major, obviously you're gonna want to be like a character performer, or just a performer in a parade, or what's it called? One of the shows. I'm so brain farting today. So yeah, you're obviously gonna want to do that. Or if you're wanting to be like a manager in a company one day. You want to be obviously merchandise or something. So mine, I'm going to do the professional internship after college, and that's when it'll be more me, and then I can, you know, work on things like Phantasmic, or if you see like Lumiere in the new Beauty and the Beast, or excuse me, Maurice's Cottage and the new Fantasyland in Disney World. If you remember Lumiere's face in that one room, I'm not going to spoil it too much, that's like a visual effect. So I'm so excited. I can't wait to do things like that. So I don't know what I want to do really, if I want to do like theme park visual effects or animation visual effects. Either way, dream is to work with either Disney or Pixar, so it's all good. Apparently you can get asked what Disney character is most like you. I didn't get that. Kind of wish I did. Someone else got, what's the magical moment you had in Disney parks? I didn't get that either. Okay, here we go. The one that I got was, tell me about your past job / work experience. If you don't have any, I guess you could say professional business, like working, I don't do, working at McDonald's, or like where I work at Juicy Couture. So, you know, things like that. And if you hadn't had a job like that, babysitting does count. It does. Anything where you got paid for what you were doing counts. So I think you can even throw in community service. It's not a job, so I don't think that counts, but basically helping others out. Anything that has to do with kids they're gonna like, obviously, so babysitting. I did that all the time ever since I was in the 6th grade, so that's a good one. Some people have been getting, how would your bosses, past and present, describe you? I didn't get that. Really wish I did. Same with, tell me about a time you didn't get along with your coworkers. I've gone along with everyone, and I love everyone in my job. So there's really no problem. I can safely say that right now. Thank God, knock on wood. Because I think not getting along with your coworkers doesn't sound like a very good job. Sure, you don't have to be friends with them, but just like, I don't know, like no drama. That sounds terrible. So that's good. They obviously asked, do you mind living far away from home? I live in Savannah, Georgia currently right now. It's SCAD. It's poo-poo. So I'm really close to Disney World. This isn't a big deal. And my parents live in Pennsylvania, so I'm used to it. If you're not, that sucks because you're gonna get pretty damn homesick, I'm pretty sure, if you've never done something like this before. Do you mind working outside in the Florida heat or inside in a cool air conditioning? I did get asked that as well. And I said, yeah, I don't give a shit. I mean, if you really hate the heat that much, or you like pass out from it really easily, just tell them. Because then they can put you in like a more cooler space. I'm fine with whatever. I love the heat. It feels so good to me. It makes me feel alive. So I like the heat. And yeah, I like it. So it's all good. Then she also asked, would you like to work independently or in a group setting? And I said, I'd rather work in a group setting. Like, again, this is a personal thing for you, so if you want to work alone or individually or with a group, tell her honestly, and you will probably get that. I'd rather work with groups of people. That's when I'm at my best. I just like working with others, and that's a great way to develop social skills and business and all sorts of stuff for the future. She also asked, would you rather work in a slow-paced or fast-paced environment? I said fast. This is, yet again, all up to you. I like fast because it goes by quicker, and for some reason, like, if I'm standing around, like, you're obviously going to be standing up a lot, so it's going to bother my feet. I hate standing around. I'd rather just walk around the entire time. So I like fast. It makes the time go back, faster. It'll make the day go faster, and then you can have your day off, and then you can go play at Disney World. So I like fast. How would you handle an emergency is what I got as well. This one was difficult because I didn't know how to answer it, only because I usually need a given situation to tell someone how I would handle it. Like, I'm gonna handle a fire situation differently than a drowning situation, or someone spraining their ankle, or blood everywhere, blah 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 blah, but it doesn't bother me. So I'm trying to remember what I told her. I told her I would just stay calm, because I know how to stay calm and not panic, but do my best to actually help the person and I just threw a situation out there. Like, if they got hurt, to calm them down, make them feel as comfortable as possible, or to get, the medics, like, it's pretty obvious. I don't know, I just don't freak out over panic situations. I do well, there we go, in panic situations. Yeah, nothing like that bothers me. Now then, they're gonna obviously ask you about your top choices. They're gonna talk to you about all of your choices you picked, whether it be low interest, they're not gonna talk about your no interests, so only low interests and high interests and medium interests. And she'll talk about each one and make sure everything's okay with each one. We ruled a few out. Apparently, on my application, I accidentally put transportation. No. So we solved that pretty easily. No. Besides, I only have my permit still because I'm afraid of driving, so yeah, go figure. Yeah, like, I'm gonna sell my booty and, drive people around all day. I don't think so. So yeah. My top 3 choices, but she asked for 2 in this situation, but my really top 3 personally are attractions, merchandise, and character. For my top 2, and this is important for you character folk, do not, and I repeat, do not ever put character as your top choice. They won't take you seriously. So I put attractions, and then I said character. Always put character second, because if you don't automatically put it if you don't put it second, they're automatically gonna put it second anyway. So yeah, it's just stupid. And then let's see. So she talks about those 2 rules a little bit more. Apparently they asked top 3, but I only got asked top 2. So when she says, well, what do you do in a situation where you have to turn a family away from meeting a character like Mickey Mouse? I said, well, I would, politely tell them the character has to, or like Mickey has to go on a date with Minnie or something like that. And then I gave another situation. I said, oh, well, I'm gonna tell them, Mickey's about to go to the parade to sing, so he's gotta save his voice, and, I'll show them the next time they can either see him and, meet with him, and then I can also show them the parade times. So I came up with 2, because I'm extra awesome. I don't know why I did that. And yeah, really easy. But try to come up with something like going on a date with me. I don't know, gonna go take Pluto out for a walk, or go hang out with Donald and Goofy, something. They asked if you would mind or not if a task was if you were doing a task that was repetitive, how would you keep yourself interested in it? And I told her, this is another personal thing, like, I work as a sales associate where it's basically the same thing every day. It doesn't bother me. In fact, I kind of like it that way, because then I know what to do and whatnot, and it's an easier routine. Basically what I said. Oh, she asked me of her attractions, what would you do if you messed up your spiel? Like, she made you aware that you might have to talk a bit and, speak about a few things and have that stuff memorized and all that. And I said, that's fine. Good in speaking in front of crowds. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's Disney World. I don't care as much as if it's something more professional, like a business interview, like a business meeting. There we go. Yeah, I don't know about that all fiddle-faddle like I'm doing now. So then she'll ask you, what if you mess up? And I said, well, I'll just make a joke out of it or pretend like I didn't even mess up. Like, how are they gonna know unless they've been there that many times? I barely can tell, and I've been there let's say, I've been over there at least over 10 times, so I barely tell. So with merchandise, I didn't quite say this, so, but, if you have done merchandise somewhere before, like you worked at a brand label, oh wait, no, not a brand label store, that's where I worked at. If you work at like a retail in general, she'll ask you, or anything that has to do with a register, let's just say, if there's a difference between on the floor, if you know what I mean, if you've worked retail, you know what I mean. If you're on the floor, or if you've been to the register, I don't really know too many workplaces that don't train you in both, but I've been trained in both areas, on the floor and behind the register. So then she'll ask you if you're comfortable with handling money. Yeah, I mean, as long as you're good at math, it's all good. But you don't have to be like super good at math. They calculate it anyway. Just don't screw up. Oh, the other things I chose other than attractions, merchandise, and characters, I also chose character attendant, bibbidi bobbidi boutique, and photo pad. Those were my other ones. So yeah, I wasn't looking forward. I hear the food industry is terrible to begin, and janitor doesn't sound very fun to me. And then she asked why I chose those top two, and I told her, well, you know, I've been a merchandiser. I already know that stuff. I would rather, you know, try something fun and new. So if you've already done stuff like that, try to push out something else you want because it's different and you want to do something different. Then they will ask if you've ever been in a dorm before. I said yes. If not, then I don't know what happens, but you're gonna have to be in a dorm setting, which is fine with me. What would you do if you had a roommate disagreement? And I did have a roommate disagreement before, and it was absolutely terrible because she was so mean. And it wasn't going very well either because the school I'm at really sucks, and they didn't care about my needs, and they really threw me off a lot. But I just told her the truth. I went to the RA, spoke to them about the situation, and tried to see if we could, the roommate and I could, you know, come to an agreement or just fix the matters in a mature adult way that we are, because college students, she wasn't doing that. She'd rather be very rude and inappropriate, and I'm pretty sure Disney will at least do this, but my college didn't. I was supposed to be able to get a room change, but I didn't, because, yeah, the school, like I said, is terrible. And I'm pretty sure Disney won't switch you with a different, you know, room or something like that. But still. So yeah, I told her the truth, except for I didn't get into it. Like, I didn't tell her all the things that happened. So yeah, and she was quite happy with that, but I've handled the situation maturely before. Oh yeah, that's about it, I think, for phone interview. They will ask you, if you have any questions. What were my questions? I can't remember my questions, but I asked her before we ended, and try to ask them like a personal, not like personal, like a personal question before they leave, just to, you know, it's a way of speaking, talking, communication. And I asked her if she ever did the Disney College program before, and she didn't, but she said her sister did because she never even heard of it before. So I thought that was funny. And always remember your interviewer's names, so that you can say like, oh, okay, goodbye, Tiffany, like I did. Or, who was the, Caitlin, I think, is the one my friend got. I can't remember because that wasn't mine, so it wasn't mine. So, yeah, now I'm going to talk a little bit about character performances before character performing. I've seen a lot of character videos here on YouTube, and they all say a lot of the same things. What they don't tell you is, well, what I'm about to tell you. For instance, I'm 5'4". I found all this out from someone who used to work there. I'm not gonna say it. Okay, well, he also worked for broadcasting in Disney Channel. I'm not gonna put any names just in curse. He told me that I have a 75% chance, just based on my height, of getting Mickey Mouse. Don't get me wrong, I like Mickey Mouse, but I don't want to be a fur character. I want to be a face character. And that means 140-degree heat, and only a 20-minute break, and I don't know. And then he's like, oh, you can get kicked on, and no. He also told me some things they didn't say also in the audition videos, which was apparently they'll ask you if, or not ask you if, they will ask you what character you are most like personality-wise. Don't just say your favorite princess or something stupid like that. I mean, it does honestly lead up to, oh, I mean, my personality would be more like a cross between Elsa and Ariel. So I would tell them that, and then that leads into like a further consideration for those characters. Can't believe I'm saying that. So don't lie. That's terrible. Don't lie. That's really rude. So don't lie. And then yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited. Yay. Before you go to your audition, be sure to bring bottled water, because you're gonna need it. They do have drinking fountains in there, but it's Florida water. Florida water is nasty. Like Savannah water's nasty too. And then if you make like the second cut or whatever, you're kind of cut off from the water fountain, so you're gonna need that. And I don't know how long I'm gonna be there for, depending on how far I get. But it's gonna take a few hours, so bring a snack. And if you want to share a snack. Try to mingle with people. Don't be just sitting all alone. For obvious reasons, you gotta be around people. You've got to learn how to communicate with people. Disney wants to see that you get along. 30 minutes ago, I found someone who's going to the March 6 auditions in Disney World. And yeah, so it's kind of cool. I met them from Tumblr. I'm gonna it's not really knowing them, but you know, I'm gonna kinda know someone before I go, or as I find them there. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. So yeah, I'll let you know about the auditions afterwards and let you know how it goes. And I'm still currently in submission, or not submission, I'm still currently in progress for my Disney CP. I applied for fall, by the way, fall 2014. And yeah, I was hoping they should start accepting this week. They've been quite chatty on the Facebook page today. Today's Monday, so I was hoping. Alright guys, bye!